Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have Deion Sanders on the show after basically shocking the world. We also have PFT with COVID. So we're back in Zoom, old school. This is how we're going to find out the true AWLs, the people who've been with us since day one, 6 years ago, when we used to do this show, just me, Hank, and PFT all on Zoom. We have Stella. We have Thursday Night Football, incredible game. We have Week 15 preview picks, Urban Meyer getting fired, Fantasy Fuckboys, Firefest of the Week, a great show for you. Under the circumstances, I would say a 10 out of 10 show under the circumstances. And we're brought to you by our friends at Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar Games presents an all-new story in the contract, the latest free upgrade to Grand Theft Auto Online, available now. Experience a brand new adventure set in the city of Los Santos as your partner with Grand Theft Auto 5's Franklin Clinton to build a personal security agency for the rich and famous. Your first big ticket client, none other than Dr. Dre. Missing and presumed stolen, Dr. Dre's phone is stacked with the hottest property in town, files of unreleased music from Dr. Dre himself. Now it's up to you, Franklin and his crew, to recover the phone and the precious music files before the tracks leak to the world. Get ready for a wild and hilarious ride from the depths of the Los Santos criminal underworld to the brightest lights of the city's music scene and everywhere in between. Grand Theft Auto Online, the contract is out now, featuring brand new and unreleased music from Dr. Dre, plus a new radio station from pop and electronic artists Rosalia and Arca, alongside exclusive new tracks from Freddie Gibbs, Nez, featuring Schoolboy Q, Mike Dean, and more. Play now on PlayStation 4 and via backward compatibility on PlayStation 5, rated M for mature. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the NFL. Today is Friday, December 17th, and PFT has COVID, so we're on Zoom. And also the Chiefs are all the way back, and the Chargers suck.
I have COVID technically, but it's kind of lame. I'm not even really like symptomatic. I just feel bad. Just in general, if you ask me what was wrong with me, I'd just be like, I feel like I do most mornings at like 9 o'clock in the morning before I really get into I feel like that all day today.
I'm happy you said that, PFT, because I was actually wondering if you feel like a little bit of a poser because you got COVID like so much later than me and Billy. When we got it, it was kind of cool, and now everyone's getting it again.
No,
everyone in the
lame.
NFL now. Now like you see it, the surge is crazy. Everyone's picking it up. It's like I don't know, had it so long ago.
Yeah, no, you guys had it when it was cool, right? I'm like a boomer. When I tell people I have COVID now, they're like, okay, boomer. It's chuggy to get COVID right now. It's me and everybody else in New York City. The lines are like around the block at the testing sites. I'm not really feeling that bad. I just kind of feel generally like below average all day today. A little tired. So
like 5'8".
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, maybe like 5'7". I feel like I got shorter. That's what I'm gonna say. When I come back in, like
5'7".
You should have seen me before I had COVID. I was a lot taller. My first clue. This is maybe the whitest thing I could possibly say. My first clue that I had COVID was that I put up an unusually low Peloton score last night. And so I was like, yeah, something's up. It's definitely not the fact that I'm out of shape. And so getting a lot of thoughts and prayers from people, which is nice. But can I just say that I'm kind of weirded out by the thoughts. You can keep your thoughts. I'll take the prayers, but the thoughts are, as Big Cat would say, that's perverted if you're
Yes.
thinking about me.
It is true. Also, maybe save the thoughts and prayers for Donald Parham, who actually had a terrible injury in the first quarter, and that was scary. And we had a lot of people throwing out the as a Chargers fan or as a Chiefs fan, as a fan of the AFC West, as a fan of another team. My thoughts are, again, we have to say it a million times. You don't have to qualify who you root for when you're rooting for someone to not have a serious injury. You can just be a human and be like, I hope this other human being is not severely hurt from this injury.
Yeah, it was scary too. He had the fencing reflex where his arms went out straight. And then when they carted him off the field, Joe Buck thought that he was like a little bit chilly in Los Angeles.
No.
Don't think that's what it was. It was his arms were like shaking. I think that was delayed onset of the fencing response. Again, not a doctor. Want to preface it in case you couldn't tell with all the COVID talk at the start. We're not medical professionals. The thing I thought back to was, do you remember when Kevin Everett got injured on that kickoff return?
Oh, wow. You're going even worse. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying the way that they were able to help him and almost save his life was they lowered his body temperature down.
Yeah.
Which makes him cold. I don't know if that was a internal like induced hypothermia response that they had with him, or if it was just from the concussion, whatever it was. I don't know how you go out there as a football player and you play after that.
I think it was maybe a seizure. Either way, this is a terrible start to the show. This is the biggest bummer of a Friday show. PFT has COVID, and someone started the game with a horrific injury that we hope he's okay. Let's talk about the game.
Yeah, let's get Hank into our positive vibes right now. Hank's Mr. Positivity.
Let's talk about the game, Hank, because this was an insane game. It felt like I felt like I watched 4 different games inside of one game. Like there were so many ebbs and flows. We watched an entire game of both teams being maddeningly incompetent on fourth down and in the red zone. Then in the fourth quarter with like 7 minutes left, the whole thing opened up. I don't know where you want to start other than the fact that I actually don't think the Chargers suck. I thought they actually acquitted themselves quite well. And Mahomes looked bad for the majority of the night until he kind of picked it up at the end of the game. But this was obviously very consequential for the AFC West and the NFL and the seedings in the AFC. The Chiefs now, they really have to fuck up to not win the AFC West. They would really have to fuck up to not have at least a fighter's chance at that 1 seed, whereas the Chargers are now playing for a wild card game and having to win on the road all the way to get to the Super Bowl.
We make the joke of like this game is drunk a lot because it gets overused all the time. This game was actually blackout. So much stuff happened in this game. That's how you can tell that it's a fun game to watch. This game had more stuff that happened in it than any other football game I've seen this year. There was always something weird going on. It felt like if you took a Seahawks game and condensed it down into like just distilled it, got rid of all the bullshit in between. And the way that Brandon Staley was calling kind of led to more stuff happening overall, more weird occurrences happening because he was taking all the chances in the first half, going for it on fourth down. He's addicted. We know that he's officially like, he will never stop going for it on fourth down. He doesn't care what it is. And it caught up to him a little bit. Like it worked out for him earlier in the season. I don't know what happened since then. I'm not sure what the difference is, but at the start of the season, he was making even dumber calls than he was making tonight, but they were working out for him. So we're like, yes, this rocks. And then now they can't convert a fourth down to save their life. And you're like, it's easy to root for and to cheerlead until it starts sucking.
Right.
And then once you get hit with it, it's like, Colin Cowherd analogy here. I used to run yellow lights so that I would make it to McDonald's breakfast. And that's fun to run yellow lights. But the second that you get hit by a car, then it's not fun anymore.
Okay. That is a very good analogy right there. So terrible injuries, COVID, getting hit by T-boned by cars. We're doing serious stuff on a Friday.
No offense, Bubba.
No offense, Bubba. So I don't want to get in an entire analytics thing. My point that I tweeted out, and I stand by it, I actually was fine with him going for it all the time because that's his MO. Like he is committed to, I'm going to go for it anytime that's advantageous, fourth and short, and trying to get the, a new set of downs and score a touchdown instead of field goal. I respect the hell out of Brandon Staley having a plan and sticking to it because he does powered out of moments when it's like, ooh, maybe he could just take the easy way out and just punt this or whatever it may be. I do think there is a human element that analytics guys on Twitter and in general just completely ignore when you fail on fourth down over and over and over again, and the deflation that it has when you have like these crazy plays, these great drives, and you come away with absolutely nothing. The only one that I had a real issue with was the end of the first half. I thought that one was stupid because part of going for it on 4th and goal from like the 2-yard line is if you don't get it, you then make the other team snap the ball out of their own end zone and they're totally backed up. So you can, if you get a stop, you have the field position back. Like that's part of the analytics. So him going for it on 4th and goal with 2 seconds left in the first half, where he could have kicked a field to go up 7. I think you just kick the field goal and go up 7 there. I really do, because you don't get the advantage of backing them up if you don't get it because the half ends.
And then it became kind of like a spiral where one decision, or a domino effect, where one decision led to another, which led to another, because in the second half you had Andy Reid going for it on 4th down inside. I forget what yard line they were on.
It was like the 2-yard line. And Mahomes had a terrible pass. Mahomes was off. He was injured for 3/4 of this game.
We need a different name for inside the 5-yard line. Like Julian Edelman taught us about the red area, which is the 20-yard line, and then there should be a different name inside the 5, because that's where all the shit went down tonight. Billy, I'm going to put you in charge of that. Actually, I feel like your brain is good it's suited to come up with a name for that. But if Brandon Staley kicked that field goal at the end of the first half, Andy Reid probably would have kicked a field goal on that drive. And then the entire rest of the game is probably it's a butterfly effect. And it ended up like the most important points sometimes are the ones that you don't score. And that ended up being the difference in why the game ended up going into overtime. But at the end of the game, Patrick Mahomes, he started to become Patrick Mahomes again. Yep. He always finds a way to become Patrick Mahomes.
And one last thing about the analytics, because I know that people will be like, you can't say that you're pro analytics, but then also like to kick field goals sometimes. But I actually think you can. I do actually think Brandon Staley is a very, very smart coach, ahead of the time in terms of how he's going for it all the time. But sometimes 3 points has to matter. It just has to a team, to like going into the locker room. Like there has to be a human element to football that it cannot be played just solely on a spreadsheet. That's my last point. Also, I'll throw out something smart, just a little kind of a brain buster to think about. This one's going to maybe hurt people's brains because it hurts my brains to even like think about my thought. I'm going to try to get it out coherently here. All right. So going for it on 4th down, right? People used to not do it. So when you would do it, the defense wasn't always ready. It was an anomaly, right? So you could kind of catch them off guard. You could maybe catch them into something different. Now everyone goes for it on 4th down. Will the chances of converting it decrease as defenses are used to you going for it on 4th down? Whoa.
No, that's actually a good point. And I'll take it like one step further. I think that defenses, it used to be such a big moment in any game when it would happen, that defenses would get too psyched up for it. It would be like their nerves would get elevated. You don't want to make a mistake. You're a little bit unsure. There's a like small shred of doubt that creeps into your brain. And now that it happens so much and they get used to it, they get desensitized to those nervous energy nerves that keep firing off in their heads. And they're playing under control, and they have a plan going into it, as opposed to before they didn't have a plan. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe this maniac is going for it on 4th down.
And thank you, PFT, because the beauty of this show is that when sometimes we just lift each other up and help each other get to the final thought, because what you just said triggered in my brain. When it used to be you would go for it on 4th down maybe once a game, maybe that was your best play in your playbook. Now you go for it on 4th down 4 times a game. It can't be as high of a percentage. Like it's going to decrease eventually. I believe this. And again, I am a very stupid person. I have no ability to crunch numbers. Simple math completely eludes me. Like the only math I know how to do is counting by sevens and then figuring out totals in the 130 to 160 range for NCAA basketball and the 200 to 235 range for NBA. That's it. But I have to believe that eventually 4th down, because people are going to go for it more often, it changes the dynamics of how the defense responds and the play calling that you can do as an offense.
I think that some defensive coaches are like, they're putting the verbiage into the playbook. Like, you know what? They don't go for it on 4th down. We're going for it on 4th down on defense. Like, this is our defensive play call that we have for fourth down. They have an entire package right now of play calls that they can run on fourth down. And you know what's going to happen next is there's going to be another coach that comes into the league that has suckled at the teat of Brandon Staley and envies the way that he calls games. And he's going to come into the league, or she, if it's Condoleezza Rice, and they're going to be like the same mindset as Brandon Staley, except much stupider, because Brandon Staley knows what he's doing. I think he's done the research, and he has a pretty good setup in terms of knowing exactly when to go for it and when he's not going to go for it going into a game. So he's not relying on gut. But there's going to be a guy that doesn't have that background to him, that just sees other coaches going for it a ton. And this guy's going to go for it a ton and be a god-awful head coach.
And be a really big dummy. Yep, you're absolutely right.
And
go ahead.
There's one other piece of analytics that I think you and I are pretty good at too, the analytics aspect of tails never fails.
Tails never fails.
Tails didn't fail in overtime. And also, if anybody out there has actually crunched the numbers, I would love to see what the stats are over the course of the history of the NFL. If tails hits more in overtime, I feel like it hits more in overtime.
Has to.
It never fails.
And one last thing about the analytics part, like I hope the best part about the AWLs is we have some actual smart people out there who listen to this show who then can take our arguments and our thoughts and like put them and bundle them into actual numbers. Much like everything in life, the extremes on every argument are very, very stupid. Anyone who says you have to go for it every time on fourth and short because they're playing with a spreadsheet, that makes no sense. There's got to be a human element into this game that you have to factor in. And then anyone who says you have to punt and be as conservative as possible is also stupid. So it's like football is life. And anyone who thinks they have all the answers, I don't have all the answers. My whole point is anyone who says Brandon Staley going on fourth down every single time is genius. That just doesn't feel right because you can't have all the answers. There cannot be all the answers.
It's the eat the rich versus the kill the poor people.
Right.
And
right.
In reality, we should be eating the middle class.
Yes, exactly. So, all right. So this game, big takeaways coming from this game. I actually respect the Chargers more. I've dumped on the Chargers a little bit this year because at times I've watched them, notably like the Broncos game that they played or the Patriots game where they looked terrible or the Ravens game. I've said like those have stuck in my head. I actually thought they looked good tonight. Like they played well. They were in it. They should have probably won this game. Their defense faltered at the end because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. And as for the Chiefs, I actually like on the other side, something's wrong with Patrick Mahomes. Like he was great at the end, but he was so bad for 3 quarters there. Like he was just off. It felt like he wasn't had any follow through with his throws. And the Chiefs defense is clearly at a point now where they can win, like they can go deep in the playoffs. Is Patrick Mahomes the one that we should be worried about? Maybe not because he showed up at the end, but there was definitely a part of this game where I was like, wait, what's wrong with this guy?
He made some bad throws that he normally does not make.
Right.
Like the one that he skipped, that was, I think it landed at like the 2-yard line. That's a throw.
The fourth down.
I've never seen him make a throw like that before, ever. It was weird. He had a lot of
off. Everything was off a little bit, either high or low, and it was just like it just felt a little bit off for the entire first probably 53 minutes of the game.
But once he gets into his rhythm, then he's fine. He needs to make like one throw. If one connects, then he's like, okay, oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm Patrick Mahomes. I can do this all day long. I noticed this a couple times tonight, and I've seen it a few times earlier this season, especially against zone defenses. Does Patrick Mahomes throw a curveball? Does he have the ability to make the ball curve in the air? I don't know if it's physically possible, but I swear to God, I think that there are a couple plays that I saw tonight, one to Kelsey and one to Tyreek Hill, when they were running through zone coverage, where it looked like the ball curved in the air and they adjusted to it, jumped and made the catch. It might just be the COVID talking, actually. So that's probably what it is. But if it's not, somebody let me know if it's physically possible. One of the numbers guys out there, tell me if it's physically possible to throw a curveball with a football.
And by the way, Travis Kelce, so like if you're nitpicking, which is kind of what you have to do in the NFL this year, because everyone's either, you could make the argument everyone's bad or there's a few really good teams. Travis Kelce hasn't been putting up crazy numbers the last, 3 or 4 weeks. Tonight that was Travis Kelce. And
that
it's
last
like when
catch was amazing.
Yeah. When Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are both playing at their peak, I guess that like you shouldn't be worried about the Chiefs offense. It was just very weird watching those first 3 quarters because again, it's not like Mahomes was, it's all relative. He wasn't a bad quarterback. He just for what we expect from Mahomes, he looked off. And then of course he showed up and it kind of clicked. I don't know. You wonder if like in the playoffs, you can't always rely on it clicking with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, both teams look like they're among the best in the AFC. This is bad news for my Chargers future. So it looks like I'm still not going to be gambling until like mid-January. But I think that they can probably be happy with how they played tonight. If they look at it like we did, we almost beat the Chiefs. We should have beat the Chiefs tonight. They should have won this game tonight. And they played well. So I think that they're a legitimate team. I don't think that any of their performances earlier this year where they look great, I don't think that those were flukes at all. I think they're just a good team. They ran into a team that can outscore them at the end of a game. And that's kind of what the Chiefs do to everybody. So that's not like a huge knock against the Chargers at all.
It is crazy to think that if the Patriots don't beat the Colts on Saturday night, the Chiefs, I mean, they'll be favored in their last final 3 games. They're playing at home against the Steelers, then at the Bengals, at the Broncos. Not easy games, but they'll be favored in all 3. And so they'll, like, from all the hand-wringing we did in September and October, the Chiefs would have ripped off if they finish off and win these last 3 games, they would have ripped off like 11 or 12 in a row and gotten the 1 seed.
Yeah. I mean,
which just shows how good Andy Reid is and how good Patrick Mahomes is and all their skilled players.
As a fan of Hank and all of his football takes, I just want to reprimand you. I want to rebuke you for even suggesting that the Patriots are going to lose this weekend.
I'm just saying I think the Patriots are going to win on Saturday night, but it's crazy to think that we're the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs were 3-4. Like the Chiefs were 3-4, and they will be favored to finish 13-4. Think about that. That's pretty nuts.
They're just the Chiefs, baby. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And also, how cool must it be if you're a visiting football team on the West Coast and you win a primetime game, and then you are a fan. You go out there, you go to LA for this game, you win a primetime game, and then you get to go out for like an entire night of partying right after. That must be like the God moment for you.
Speaking of which, shout out Chargers fans.
Oh.
Shout out Chargers fans. I feel like they were heard from a little bit tonight. Like it did feel like it didn't feel like Chiefs fans had totally overtaken the entire place. It felt like Chargers fans were there. It didn't feel like that Chargers Steelers game. What were you going to say, Hank, before we get to our weekend preview?
Well, we do talk about it coming up in the weekend preview, but I feel like we recorded that earlier today. And since that came out, the other Saturday night game, the Browns and the Raiders, there's been a ton of drama that's come out from when we recorded earlier this afternoon to now. Baker Mayfield's publicly chirping them. Apparently the NFL, from what I gather, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, the NFL basically knew that a bunch of Browns players were going to test positive, so they tried to not test them at all. And then the NFLPA got involved, like during practice, and we're like, it's in our NFLPA, like you guys have to test. This is a breach of contract, whatever. So then after practice, the Browns got tested. So that's why so many other players tested positive, and that's why the Browns players and fans are so mad, because it's like, first you said we're not testing. You had us practice with everyone, then tested after, and then they had like 20 more positive tests, but the game is still going on.
The Browns,
after their divisional opponent, the Ravens, last year got like we talked about it. But
right. The Browns and the Lions are the two. Say, well, I guess you could throw in the Saints and the Patriots too for other reasons, but the Browns and the Lions, non-winning fan bases, they get screwed by the NFL, feels like an inordinate amount of time. It feels like the NFL essentially says, oh, well, it's the Browns, who cares? Like what is a bunch of people from Cleveland going to complain? No. Justice for the Browns, justice for our friends in Cleveland. This is bullshit. They pushed so many games back last year. Push this fucking game back. You are screwing over the Browns. This is complete bullshit. Fuck the NFL for this.
I agree with Big Cat 100%. And it's not just because the Washington football team's also getting screwed over. I think it's just the right thing to do. I think you need to move these games. Like Hank said, Wednesday Night Football. You did it last year. I remember, didn't the Steelers also played a game that was supposed to be a Thursday night game on a Monday night? They did it last year. They can do it again. It does become a player safety issue if you have teams that are going out there with a bunch of guys that have never played in an NFL game before. Like
Boys.
that's on you, Roger Goodell.
And the Browns got like set up basically.
Yeah, they got set up. And boys.
I'm on Cleveland's side here.
No,
Fuck
it's
Roger Goodell.
absolute bullshit. And I do actually think, like what I just said, I actually believe. I think the NFL and the league offices, when they make a decision that goes against the Lions or the Browns, they're like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Some Lions or Browns fans are going to complain? No. We're going to stand up for them because it's bullshit. We'll stand up for you because they won't listen to you. NFL, I am going to boycott. Fuck. I was going to do maybe first quarter, but that's
Take
not,
the first week off with me.
No,
next year.
here's what we do.
No.
You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna boycott all the
TC.
pregame shows.
No. I am going to boycott
Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl, but I probably would tune in for a little bit of that. I am going to boycott
Super Bowl halftime show.
No, we're gonna watch that. We'll probably even be at the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's gonna be sick. Actually, it's gonna be Dr. Dre.
Okay. All right, I got it.
DTA.
I am going to boycott
TC.
watching the combine, but only the linebackers.
Okay,
Is that fair? I'm gonna boycott. I will not watch the linebackers run. I will not watch them do any kind of agility tests. I will not watch them bench press. When that happens, I want an alert from you, Jake. I want you to put this in the calendar right now. When the linebackers are up on NFL Network at the combine, radio silence from your boy. Justice for Cleveland. Thoughts?
I mean, that's
you guys
fine.
join me. Will you join me in my boycott?
Yes.
I will join you.
Thank you.
I'm not happy about it because I really like watching the linebackers bench press. Those are the only guys that
we had to give
it's
something
like,
up.
No, just listen, hear me out. The linebackers, it's them and the defensive tackles. When they do bench press, those are the numbers where you're like, damn, that dude's really strong. I want to stand with Cleveland. That seems like maybe we can compromise.
No, you have to do this, PFT, to stand with Cleveland. Stand with Cleveland. Also, because I wanted to watch offensive linemen run, I want to watch the quarterbacks throw, like all that stuff. So I did this. Like, come on, stand with Cleveland.
What if
linebackers?
What if we boycott?
No, that's funny. Specialists are funny,
Yeah.
Billy. I thought this out. Like linebackers, it's kind of the same thing every year. You watch the same thing every year. Okay.
What if we
boycott
Rich Eisen running the 40? We won't watch that.
He's a linebacker, so yes, he would be part of that.
March 1st to 7th.
Okay, I
We'll
would say Rich Eisen is probably a linebacker, so he'll be part of the boycott. Perfect. Add it in. That's for the Lions, just for future fuckovers. Okay, all right. So there you go. NFL, you have our demands. If you don't fix this show, and all of our listeners will not be watching. We will do a moment of silence across the nation while the linebackers run the 40. Boom. There it is. Ball's in your court, Raj. That's how you play hardball, boys. That's how you do it.
I'm still going to.
PFT doesn't feel like he's in. I feel like you're not in.
Well, I like watching the bench press. This is my problem. I'll do it.
Okay.
And I'm also thinking like Rich Eisen's thing is for charity. Okay, I will watch Rich Eisen, but I won't retweet it. I'm not going to retweet Rich Eisen's 40 time.
Okay, perfect.
But I will watch it, and I'm not going to watch the linebackers bench.
We're good. All right. So, all right, let's get to the rest of the show. Just a reminder. So PFT has COVID. We're going to probably be on Zoom for the next few shows. Sucks. But again, this is where we find out who has the real grit, because this show was Zoom for the first 6 months of its existence. So if you complain, you're basically saying you're privileged, like glory boy. You've been around for just the awards, not for the grit that we had the first 6 months of this show. That's a fact, right?
Oh, it's absolutely a fact. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the real ones know.
Yeah.
In fact, some might say that the Skype shows, actually, that's how long ago we used to do them. Zoom wasn't even a thing.
True.
Zoom shows are better at times than the shows in person.
If you could handle us at what is it? How does that say? How does that saying go?
If you don't love me at my Zoom shows, you don't deserve me at my studio shows.
You couldn't handle me falling asleep during the
that's
Skype
what I was gonna
shows
say.
back in the day.
Yeah, if you can't handle the time that Hank literally fell asleep during an NBA game and we had to call his house to wake him up. You don't deserve us at our studio.
That was Blake Griffin Clippers. That's how long ago that was.
That was Blake Griffin Clippers.
Yeah,
and we had to call you. We thought you died. We legit thought you died. We taped some of the show, and then we're like, we'll finish the show after the game. And when it came to being after the game at like 11 o'clock, Hank was nowhere to be found because he had fallen asleep.
I mean, that's what that honestly though, that's what's weird. Like tonight, even I was like, it's like you get in a more loungy kind of mood where it's
on the
like,
couch. Yep,
I could fall asleep right now, and then it's like,
easily.
Wait, no, we have to work after.
We were concerned for a little bit when you weren't responsive to anything, but I think if that happened now, we would first thing we would do would just be call your house. We'd be like, I don't care, I'm talking. Me and Big Cat sat on the Zoom for probably like a half hour, being like, you think he's gonna come on soon?
All right, let's get to the rest of the show. Okay, before we get to weekend preview and talking about Urban Meyer, let's quick word from our friend at Roman. Roman, most guys have tried different ways to last longer, but thinking about baseball doesn't always work. The folks at Roman, an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman swipes, the secret to longer lasting sex. You might say the Pledge of Allegiance backwards in your head, or count backwards, from 10, but say the Pledge of Allegiance in your head. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. Roman swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and fast acting, but don't require a prescription. Roman can ship swipes to you in a discreet, unmarked package, and each swipe's packet is small enough to hide in your wallet whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. Just take the swipes out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry, and you're good to go. That's it. Go to getroman.com/take. You can get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. That's getroman.com/take. Again, getroman.com/take. And you can get those swipes for just $5. Okay. So before we talk about the weekend preview, Urban Meyer has been fired in the middle of the night, was fired from the Jacksonville Jaguars, something that is shocking in the fact that it took so long, because we all saw this coming. I think it was probably the most predicted take of all time that Urban Meyer would not work in the NFL. We thought maybe it would be a health issue, or he would just leave one day and never come back. But no, he was actually fired. Now, PFT, I've been thinking about this a lot. All these losers that are trying to take down Urban Meyer, who's a proven winner, do you think that it's because of jealousy? Like, when you actually break this down, the Jacksonville Jaguars has a staff full of losers picked by a winner, but a staff full of losers. They got a team full of losers. What is a loser most scared of? A winner. They're scared of Urban Meyer. That is why they have ousted him.
He was too much of an alpha. He's too much of a threat. And the kicker is the guy that brought him down. Big guy, I don't know about you, but in my day, it was expected that you would kick the kicker. As a kicker, I've been kicked by every coach, every boss that I've ever had. I think it's disgusting that in today's woke culture that we're allowing a kicker to take out a winner like Urban Meyer. And as a matter of fact, like in the middle of the night, it's very strange. Some shady stuff is going on. I almost feel like maybe Lambeau was put up to this to try to get Urban Meyer out, because all the losers were afraid that they were going to lose their job once they got found out by the winner that they were all losers. In fact, I almost feel like it would be a good move on our part. And honestly, there are a lot of people that wanted Urban out, and it was expected, like you said. I hope you're happy with yourself. I hope that you got your wish, because the very first thing that I thought right after Urban Meyer got fired was, I miss Urban Meyer. Yeah. I already miss having him around. He was a lot of fun. We should make a website of Urban Meyer facts like we did with Josh Allen, just urbanmeyerfacts.com, where you click a button and it pops up a stat that says Urban Meyer, the number one all-time winning percentage for an NFL head coach in games played in England.
Yes.
Urban Meyer had 2 fewer people shot by Aaron Hernandez when he was playing for him than Bill Belichick. Things like that.
Fact. All these are facts. Urban Meyer made Tim Tebow a winning quarterback. All these things are fact. Urban Meyer is a winner. It also, now PFT earmuffs here for a second, but it is kind of perfect. My theory that all the losers wanted him out. Kickers are the apex loser in an NFL locker room. They're the king of losers. So it was like once Josh Lambo spoke up, that was it. All the losers had finally unionized to get rid of Urban Meyer, a proven winner. Now, because he's a winner, I want to do a quick exercise. Power rank Urban Meyer's wins in the NFL. I'm going the win against the Bills, 1, the win against the Dolphins, 2.
I'm gonna flip it on you. I'm gonna say the win against the Dolphins in England, because that's tougher.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take your guys overseas. That's a big ocean you have to travel across. The win against the Bills was at home, and after what we've seen from the Bills, I feel like maybe Urban put the blueprint out there for, maybe he saw something. He's not getting credit for the Patriots win over the Bills or the Bucks win over the Bills, even though they use the exact same formula that Urban Meyer did, which was limit their scoring. That's what Urban did. He set up the blueprint for that. And Urban Meyer, another fact about him, he's the only coach in the state of Florida that has beaten the Buffalo Bills in regulation this year.
Whoa, that's crazy. Also, another fact about Urban Meyer. Wait, did the Bills? Who do they play else in Florida? Did they not beat the Dolphins?
I think the Bills beat the Dolphins, and then the Bills lost in overtime to the Buccaneers. So in regulation,
yes, got it. That's a great stat. Also, another stat: Urban Meyer, his family is ride or die, because we saw from his daughter, she had an Instagram story that said, "The spirit of the enemy is full force battle mode in this world and in people. This is war. But like I said, we all know who wins in the end." I think Urban Meyer is Jesus in this.
Yeah,
and then she went on to say, the enemy, aka the world, really doesn't want to see good people win. And you can argue whether my dad is a good person or not based on what you see in the media, parentheses, super reliable source of info, as we know. Nice. Anyone who truly knows us knows how incredible he is as a person. And the world hates any platform we have. So he's going to create chaos to destroy it. Little does he know he's making it stronger. It's not over. Keep watching. Urban Meyer is going to be emperor of the world.
Well, I think, she's either saying that he's God or that he's Jesus. I'm not sure which one it is. I think, he probably was Jesus and now he's God, the way that he's been crucified the last couple of days. And as she's getting to the end of this Instagram story, it's very, I'm confused by the pronouns that she uses. So she's like, little does he know he's making it stronger. I don't know who's he and who's it. But the part that was most instructive to me about that entire post is the opening line, which is the enemy, parentheses, AKA the world.
Yeah.
So you know that you're in a good spot when literally the entire world is against you.
Billy, what were you going to say?
I think she may be referring to Dan Orlovsky, who on the record said Urban Meyer is a bad dude. So when she's talking about good people, and Dan Orlovsky, who we've talked about, is the arbiter of, being a good person, fidelity, monogamy. I think that is where she may be talking to.
You might be right. I just know, and it's something that happens every time that we fire a coach. You build someone up to break them down, then you flip it on them. I'm Team Urban Meyer now. I thought he was a terrible NFL head coach. I said he was going to be a terrible NFL head coach. He's a Hall of Fame college football coach. Everything he did in college football doesn't translate to the NFL. I still think he could go and win a national title in college football. But now I'm an Urban Meyer believer. I'm a winner. I want to be a winner with Urban Meyer. Fuck all the losers. Free Urban Meyer.
I already miss Urban Meyer. I really do. And the rest of the NFL media, you're going to miss him too, because it's the Scarface. It's, you want somebody to point out and say, you want to say the impression?
Yeah. Who's the bad guy? Who's the bad guy?
You need to have somebody to point at and be like, that's the enemy. That's the guy that we don't like. And usually, I mean, I haven't seen the end of Scarface, but I know that Al Pacino is a fucking winner in that movie.
Yeah, he wins. He actually, it's a prequel to Godfather.
Nice, which is also a prequel to Any Given Sunday.
Right.
Also a winner in that movie.
Right. And then a prequel to Irishman. So he wins. He just keeps winning. Although he dies.
You know
he
what?
dies in Irishman. Spoiler. But that's not a spoiler, Hank. That movie's 3 hours long. Either you've seen it or you're never going to see it.
Yeah, I started it and never finished.
Yeah. Well, also it's
big guys in Sex and the City too.
It's also a historical fact. So his character, once you learn who his character is, he's going to die because of history.
Well,
It's like the Titanic.
Do they know where the body is? They have his body. Oh, so
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, last thing on Urban Meyer. We have to now just quickly talk about this game because as much as we're now Team Urban Meyer, he needs to be freed. He got a raw deal. I have a feeling the Jaguars are going to play the game of their life on Sunday because they hated his guts so much, which is rightfully so. He seemed like a pretty terrible coach in the NFL ranks, but this feels like a 50-year storm of the Jaguars trying their absolute hardest for Darrell Bevell because now the bad guy's gone.
No, I disagree, Big Cat. I think the Jaguars are going to play the game of their season so far. They're going to go out there and set the world on fire for Urban Meyer because they missed their guy. They're going to circle the wagons, be like, we're rallying in the name of Urban Meyer. This one this weekend is for their embattled head coach. Going to be playing with a lot of emotion. You're going to be able to see the guys miss him a lot. And also, maybe the biggest loser on this team might, in fact, be Trevor Lawrence. Billy called this a while ago, but he's won so much that he's a loser because he doesn't know how to lose. Does that make sense?
It does, but I think he's actually a winner here because now he has the ultimate trump card. If his NFL career doesn't go well, he's like, well, I had Urban Meyer as my coach. He is set up now. Like everyone is like, wow, that really sucked for Trevor Lawrence. Urban Meyer ruined him.
Yeah, but you know who else had Urban Meyer as their coach? Tim Tebow, Cardell Jones.
Yep.
All these guys who won national championships. So Trevor couldn't get it done. In fact, we might be looking at putting the fastest coach killer label of all time on Trevor Lawrence. I think that Trevor Lawrence killed Urban Meyer.
That's a fair point. The whole thing is just ridiculous. This is like, it's rare in sports. Well, it's rare in sports because let's just hand up. I have very bad takes. I don't predict the future very well, but it's rare that everyone is in lockstep when a guy gets hired and you're like, that's a bad hire. That doesn't make any sense. And then it didn't make sense in record speed. It
also happened in slow motion where everybody saw this hire coming. There was a 3-month buildup to it. Once Doug Marrone got fired, cried his way back, got unfired, came back for another season. We all saw Urban Meyer going to the Jaguars. We all knew it was going to happen. And it was like a train wreck that you saw happening from a mile away. You're like, please, no, hit the emergency brake. I see the 3 red blinking signs that you have. Please stop this train for the love of God. And it just kept going and going and going. And then, yes, turns out we were right about something.
Yes. And it's going to be perfect because everyone should be ready for this. Urban Meyer sliding back into that desk on the Fox Big Noon kickoff. I don't even know. It might even be as early as this year if they have a bowl game pre-show. But that will happen. He'll probably do. I'm thinking maybe one interview heart to heart with maybe Carissa Thompson, who we love, but like something like that. Maybe Aaron Andrews. Someone sit down with him. He says, yeah, I didn't do a good job. My health, my family, all that stuff. And then boom, 10-minute interview, back sitting next to Bob Stoops, yucking it up. Maybe once or twice a joke about how he was a bad coach in the NFL. And then we just move on with our lives. And in like 3 years, he'll be linked to some big time job, probably go take it, win a national title. And this will all be like, oh, remember when Urban Meyer coached the Jaguars for 15 games? That was funny.
Yeah, actually, Urban's going to be like a verbal meme, the Ultimate Warrior running back into the ring, except it's Tim Tebow coming to do the interview with Urban Meyer to talk to him about how much he's changed and what he's learned from this experience, not just as a football coach, Big Cat, but more importantly, as a father and as a husband.
Yes, as a man of faith. All right, let's talk picks. Let's talk about the games. This is, unfortunately, COVID is all the way back. There is no way that you can predict like where these lines are moving, who's playing, who's not. We're going to do our best job at doing it. PFT is on a 13-0 streak right now that he has not placed a single bet on, but it still counts in that respect. Jake, do you want to do the standings real quick before we go around the room?
Yeah, so PFT is a game and a half up on Hank, who is 3.5 up on me. Big Cat and Billy, you guys had a push. So Big Cat, you're a half behind me. Liam, another game, but then Billy by himself, a game and a half behind Liam. So it's Billy and Hank still.
And we have 4 weeks. We have 4 weeks left.
16 picks.
16 picks. Right now, it looks like it's Hank and Billy, which would be the funniest. of the combos, I think.
I think
Yes.
you and PFT actually.
No,
No,
I don't think so.
That would not. Me and Big Cat would just cheat.
Yeah, we would just get in a plane and just be like, "Oh, that was fun."
Yeah.
We'd get in a plane. We'd stop in like Oklahoma, take some pictures, get in a plane, stop in LA.
Yeah. Now, even though I haven't been betting on these picks, I'm still making money for the people out there. That's what I'm doing. So my promise to you is I'm not going to bet on any of my picks again this week, just so I can try to keep this going. But it's not like there's nothing, financial consequences to me because time is money. So I'd prefer to not get in the car ride across the country. That's hours and hours. I could actually be at the bank that entire time. So that's
fair point.
It's more valuable for me to stay here.
Fair point. All right, let's do some picks. Hank, let's start with you. You're over. Again, by the way, if you missed the beginning of the show, which I don't know why you would, but we're on Zoom, so bear with us. Hank, you're over. Or your favorite, sorry.
My favorite, I just also want to note that PFT is not 13-0 picking his picks. His hat is 13-0 picking his picks. And he's not wearing the hat.
I'd like to note that's cap by Hank because I don't wear my hat when I make the picks. I wear my hat when I watch the games. So,
well, I
cap.
believe last week when they were talking about your picks, you're like, well, my hat is 13-0 picking against the spread. That's a quote directly from your mouth.
Games that while I'm wearing the hat when I watch the games, Hank. I don't.
So when you said your hat picking against the spread, you didn't actually mean it.
When I'm watching the games, when the games are on TV, if I'm wearing the hat, I make my picks.
Interesting. All right. My favorite is the Buccaneers minus 10.5. That doesn't make any sense, but that's fine. I'm a positive guy, and I think you're always correct, PFT. My favorite is the Buccaneers minus 10.5.
Okay, Bucks Saints Sunday Night Football. The Saints have owned Tom Brady, but the Saints have Taysom Hill now. I really am not like excited for this game. I don't know why. I guess just because like Jameis in this game and the Saints playing for a playoff spot would make this game must watch. Now it's just Tom Brady feels like he's gonna break another record and the Bucks are gonna win by 100.
Well, this is also the first game since we've gotten the preview for the Sean Payton movie about the year off that he took when he got suspended by Roger Goodell. And Kevin James is playing Sean Payton. And by far and away, the best part of that entire trailer was just, I think they have to do this in every Adam Sandler movie, but have all the main characters puke on each other, which is awesome. So I like that. I also like the fact that this is a Saints team that's kind of being slept on right now. They made a little bit of a statement last week, but that was also against the Jets. But Kamara coming back is huge for their offense. They have the Bucs number in the regular season recently, and something tells me we might be seeing those nice icy white Saints uniforms in this game, which I have to bet on.
Yeah, Tom Brady's 1-3 as a Buck against the Saints. The one being though the playoffs, which is like if you're a Saints fan, I've heard our good friend Mincy trying to be like, we own the Bucs. It's like, well, it's tough to say that when he went to the Superdome and won a playoff game, then won a Super Bowl. But they do feel like in the regular season they have their number.
But also note, it's like no team. You only own Tom Brady for a certain amount of time. Like that, it always comes.
It's leased. Tom Brady is leased, and rent is due every day. Okay. All right. Liam, Bubba.
Taking Bills minus 10.5. I'm just fading the Panthers. I don't know. Is Sam Darnold playing?
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, PJ
That's
Walker.
exactly what I was going to say. It was like Cam Newton can't throw a football. So either way, I kind of don't care. I don't know how they can score any points in this game. So I'm taking the Bills.
If you put all three Panthers quarterbacks and like melded them together, Sam Darnold, PJ Walker, and Cam Newton, I still don't think they would win this game. If you took every single strength from each three, I still don't think they would have enough to win this game.
So what would those strengths be? Like Cam's height?
Cam's height and size.
Sam Darnold's immunity to mononucleosis?
Yeah. Sam Darnold.
He can kind of sling it, but he just turns it over constantly. He's addicted to turning it over. So I don't know.
They all are. PJ Walker, I guess, would be the ball security. You need ball security somewhere because the other two don't have it.
I also feel like Cam Newton, he's not even good enough at passing anymore to throw a lot of interceptions because the balls that he throws are so wildly off target that they don't even go close to the cornerbacks.
Yeah, but it just hits the guy in the feet. So
Cam Newton is as someone who bet on the Panthers last week, he is prime every time he drops back. you're saying to yourself, oh no, oh no, oh no. Like there's no feeling of, ooh, this is going to be a good play. It's just, will it be a disaster or an incompletion?
Yep. Those are the two types of quarterbacks. The ones where when they throw a pass, you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be sexy. And the other ones where it's like, God damn it, here's another pick. Nothing good happens when Cam Newton's passing. And I like what Bubba said, which is like, I don't really care about the Panthers, so I'm betting against them. That to me sums up my brain for most of the second half of any NFL season. Just the teams I don't give a shit about, I'm going to bet against them.
Yeah. All right, PFT, your favorite.
Okay, Hank's in my head because I had the coming of age last week where I realized that Hank is correct in all of his opinions about Tom Brady and the Patriots. Everything that I've tried to fight my entire life watching football, Hank is right about. I can't argue with results at this point. They've won too much, and it's foolish of me. I sound like a loser when I'm betting against Tom Brady. So he's in my head.
You really do.
I know. Thanks, Hank. So in that case, I'm going to go with the Jags. Jags -5 at home against the Texans. They're going to win this one for Coach Meyer.
Okay, there we go. I wanted to bet the Jags so bad, and then I was like, wait, they're favored by this much? Holy fuck. Like, who knows with this game? It's going to be just a reminder, and I guess this is thrown out the window because Urban Meyer is not the coach anymore, but the Jags team total under is 12-1 on the year to the under, which is crazy. I think maybe just take the over now. Flip it and reverse it on everyone. All right, so that's your favorite. I'm going to take Arizona Cardinals -13 at Detroit. Get right game. I just don't know. I know DeAndre Hopkins is out for the rest of the season. I just don't know how the Lions secondary can hold up on Kyler. I feel like this will be like the Cardinals will take out all their anger from last week to this week. Give me the Cardinals -13. Also, wait, no, it's Patrick Mahomes in a dome is unstoppable. I was thinking it was Kyler plays in a dome. All right, Billy, your favorite.
So my favorite is the Raiders by 1. All my picks this week were made by Nostradamus the Hedgehog.
Okay.
I've been very, very cold on a cold streak the past 2 weeks. So I had to bring in the big guns. I had to bring in Nostradamus the Hedgehog. So he made all these picks. I just picked the games, and then he picked Homer away on the spread. So we're going with Raiders by 1. Great pick by Nostradamus because the Browns are pretty banged up with COVID. So we'll see how this goes.
Wait, but Nostradamus has terrible close value on the line because
right,
you could have gotten the Raiders +6 like 2 days ago. So he's clearly he can't see the future if he didn't hammer that.
Well, he probably definitely sees it now.
Closing line value is terrible for Nostradamus. I just want, because there's a lot of sharp bettors that listen to this because we're so good at gambling. The CLV on Nostradamus is very bad.
Well, I just asked him this morning. So
okay.
Yeah, I think he's still sticking with it.
Okay. I actually think Billy set his Hedgehog up for failure by picking this game because Nostradamus just picked against the spread. Billy kind of put Nostradamus in a bad position by assigning this game to him. Yeah,
and this game, by the way, Saturday afternoon. I would have been excited maybe if everyone wasn't out with COVID, but it's such a weird game because the Raiders are dead, but maybe not. And the Browns are alive, but maybe not.
So it's a very strange game because all the Browns fans are pissed off, obviously, because they all have COVID on the team. And last year, the Ravens got the NFL really held the Ravens' hand with rescheduling every single game that they possibly could. None of that is happening this year. Their coach has COVID. Like it's bad for the Browns right now. And the league is just absolutely fucking them over. So I understand where they're coming from on that one. I think that I'm still going to watch it because it's the same colors and it's the same uniforms.
Right.
And I'll watch anything. Like I love Draft Day, the movie, which objectively sucked, but because it had the official Browns logos in it, I was like, this is cool. This reminds me of the NFL that I watch on TV. So I will be watching this game.
Of course, you have to watch, especially a Saturday afternoon standalone game. All right, Jake, your favorite.
Yeah, so PFT, you do have 5, not 5.5 on Jacksonville, so even better. For your favorite pick, I'm riding with Liam. I'm taking the Bills -10.5. I agree. Back-to-back losses. They need a statement. They'll smoke them.
There we go. Get right in Buffalo. All right, Hank, your underdog.
I'm assuming we all have the same one, so we all just want to go forward with it.
I mean,
Patriots.
I think we do. Yeah.
I mean, if we don't, you guys are idiots, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have that. No.
I don't have that. No.
All right. Well, I have the Patriots. Liam, Billy, they seem like they're smart guys. Jake, I don't know what you're thinking.
No.
Big Cat and PFT are haters, so I'm not surprised. But I have the Patriots +2 money line. I'll have it 10 different ways.
Wait,
I have it 2.5. It's 2.5.
2.5.
Wait.
It doesn't matter. You're hitting the money line. Just hit the plus sign.
Wait, but it's Nostradamus. It's not Billy, so don't give Billy credit.
Nostradamus. I picked this game hoping he would go for the Patriots, and he did.
Fuck yes, Nostradamus.
Honestly, he took some weird picks on the overs and unders, but look into those red eyes.
Hank, I'm not being a hater. I do think the Patriots are going to win because it just feels like a game. Everyone's going to talk themselves into the Colts, and then the Patriots win. I like another game more. Is that okay with you?
That's fine. It's great.
Yeah,
actually, it's a personal slight that I'm not betting on the Patriots.
I don't. I want to help you, Big Cat. You're having a tough season. I'm trying to help bring you up.
Hey,
Hank, you did take it as a personal. You just called us haters.
Yeah.
For not taking this bet. You like 5 seconds ago.
Well, they both can be true.
How about this, Hank? How about the fact that I will be putting my own money on the Patriots, but these are not the picks that I'm giving out for the people to win.
Okay.
There it is. All
I
right,
thought it was
PFT.
positive Hank.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. He tried.
This COVID thing has been this COVID thing has been tough to be positive through.
He can't.
You're right.
He can't be positive ever.
No, I'm positive as fuck. You're right. You guys aren't haters. We're all lovers. It's a loving podcast. Love you guys.
All right,
Patriots.
PFT, you're underdog.
My underdog is the Bengals +2.5 at the Broncos.
Same.
Love this game, getting back right for the Bengals. Matter of fact, I'll tease the alternate. I'll sprinkle this one on you guys. Bengals by 9. Might just move that line up.
Whoa.
I feel like the Bengals are going to win by double digits in this game.
I love this pick as well. I think the Bengals. I love Joe Burrow. And if
Me
you
too.
didn't bet the Bengals, then you're a hater of Joe Burrow, Hank.
I will be betting the Bengals.
Oh,
You know
okay.
who's not a hater of Joe Burrow is a winner, Urban Meyer, who recruited Joe Burrow to play at Ohio State, despite
Fact.
what Colin Cowherd might tell you.
Fact. All right, so PFT and I have the Bengals. Jake, you're underdog.
I'm taking the Steelers +1 at home against the Titans. Every time we think the Steelers are dead, just come back and keep their season alive. Right? The last few weeks, it's been a roller coaster. So
I almost went with the Steelers. I just don't. Without TJ Watt, I assume he's not playing. Is TJ Watt playing? This is the hardest Friday we've had in a long time in terms of who the fuck is playing, who's injured, who's got COVID.
Yeah.
I just am scared of the Steelers without TJ Watt. Maybe Chase Claypool. Do you think Big Ben ignores Chase Claypool, or do you think he tries to boost him up?
I think he ignores him. I think Big Ben, he treats him like a dog that's just been in the trash. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. He's trying to rehome Chase Claypool right now.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, so you have the Steelers. What do you got, Jake?
as of yesterday, Mike Tomlin sounds optimistic
Oh,
for TJ Watt.
I like that pick then.
But that was
all right.
yesterday. A lot can change.
A lot can change. Hank, you're over.
My over is the Cardinals Lions 47.5. Big Cat alluded to it earlier that Kyler's going to come out, put up a big scoring game going against Jared Goff, gunslinger. So that to me just screams points.
Yeah, points everywhere in a dome.
The Lions might lose, but it might be 35-21.
Oh, thank you, Hank. That was nice what you did.
You're welcome.
You just gave your computer model has me covering.
Of course.
Fucking beautiful. You're the best. All right, Liam, you're over.
We're going Saints Bucks over 46.5.
Okay,
It's just a fun over.
that is a fun over late at night. You know, fun over.
I don't like it.
Okay.
My model says otherwise.
What does your model say?
On this one?
Yeah.
My model says we're looking at a 41-point total in this game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hitting the under significantly because think about the Saints. They're just going to kill the clock, right? I don't think that they have any good, receivers that they can pass or that Taysom Hill can find even if they do get open. So I think it's going to bleed the clock. I think the Saints defense is going to do a pretty good job, relatively speaking, against Tom Brady. So I like the under in this game.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think the Bucks are going to just roll over them. So
Billy, Nostradamus?
Nostradamus took the over. This was my under last week. So I was like, the Bucks. So I was like, let's see how they're going to do with Nostradamus picking. And he picked the over. So
okay.
All
So
right.
there you go.
I knew it was right the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a weird week. You need to consult the weird professionals.
By the way, if last week Billy had his little existential breakdown in the middle of the show about which game he was going to flip over under, and he picked the wrong one on both. So that was great.
So my flip, I stuck with my original picks,
right?
Which I should have flipped when I had the chance.
Right.
Well, it pushed. One push.
Yeah, that's true. The one did push. All right. So PFT, you're over. Or no, you're under. Sorry.
Right. I was just talking
over. I'm sorry. Over. Yeah, over.
Okay, my over is Philly versus the Washington football team, 44.5 points. The Washington football team has everybody. I think they have 2 healthy defensive linemen. Besides that, I don't know who they're going to play on Sunday. It's actually ridiculous. I think they have 18 guys that are on the COVID list right now. Philly they're coming off a bye, right? They had Minshew play, went into the bye. Now Jalen Hurts coming back out of it. I think Philadelphia's offense looked pretty good with the last time that Jalen Hurts was in charge, at least running the football. And there's nobody on the football team that's going to be able to stop at all. I don't know who's going to be playing. Is it possible for us to just not play this game, to just forfeit, chalk it as a loss, and then move on? Because there's no upside whatsoever to us playing this game.
When we taped Advisors on Wednesday, the given line, I picked Washington football team plus 5.5, and now it's 9.5. So it's like all these games are just, who the fuck knows?
There are too many names that are in my head right now. I can't remember all of them, but all I know is the Browns are fucked. The Washington football team's fucked. Those are the 2 teams that have it by far the worst. You know who we haven't heard about? The referees. Have you heard of any referees?
No.
That are getting COVID, that are being put on the list that won't show up? I haven't.
That's a good point. That is a good point. All right, my over, I'm going Patriots Colts, and this is solely, I think, what is it, 45, Jake? 45.5?
45.5. And PFT, you have 44, not 44.5.
Okay.
Thank you.
Even better. I'm just doing this because it's a Saturday night NFL game standalone. You got to bet the over. I treat this just the same as a Sunday night game, a Thursday night game, a Monday night game. Like, all I want to do on Saturday night is sit down on the couch and watch points be scored. So that's what I will be doing. That's my analysis.
Makes sense.
Billy, you have the over with Liam, and then Jake, you're over, and then we'll get to our unders.
I have the over with Big Cat, Colts Patriots.
Let's go. Sit on the couch, watch some points scored. I like it. All right, Hank, round us off with your under.
I agree with what PFT was saying. Saints Bucks under 46.5. My computer model has this as like a 31-10 game.
Whoa. So both of you guys land at 41.
Yep. Hank and I share a model.
Yeah. All right, Bubba.
I'm going with, it's so ugly, Texans Jags under 39.5.
Ooh.
I feel like there's very rarely a fun under. And this one, the teams are just so bad that I kind of want to root for it.
Yeah, this has all the makings of the game that we don't see on Red Zone for like 2 hours straight.
Yeah. Just the sequence of words that Bubba just said, like Texans, Jags, 39.5.
Fun under.
Fun
like
under. It's the funder.
Under 40 is crazy.
Yeah,
that's the funder.
It is. PFT, you're under?
So I have Saints Bucks. I'm going to give out an alternate under too for the people.
What?
If they want, I do this on a bonus, just a bonus. But Saints Bucks is my pick.
Okay.
Just a bonus under Packers Ravens 43.5.
You can't give out another game.
No, that's a bonus. I've given out bonus. This is not counting.
Alternate spread bonuses.
No, I've also done just a bonus under before.
Got it. Okay.
So,
that was actually my other
Saints Bucks.
Yes.
That was the other one I had written down as well, PFC. So our models
Hank had it too.
Are lined up.
Yeah.
Hank and I have bonuses.
You're synced up.
I didn't give it out, but I do. I did. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I'm co-signing it.
Okay. I'm taking the Cowboys Giants.
Not officially, but
I'm taking the Cowboys Giants under 44.5. I think it's Mike Glennon again. I don't know how he's going to score against this Cowboys defense. I also think Dak is like weirdly off right now. So feels like a 21-13 type of game. So that's my under. That's got to be this has got to be a low point for Cowboys Giants. It feels like usually Cowboys Giants, even when the teams suck, has some juice, but Mike Glennon has really sucked everything out of this game.
He really has. All I can just imagine is watching this game on Sunday afternoon, and it's going to be one of those super bright, cold New Jersey days. I don't know what it is about the Meadowlands, but it's always super bright there. The sun's always really shiny, even the colder that it gets outside. It's just going to look like a miserable place to be. So I like the under in this one too.
All right, Billy?
We're going 49ers Falcons under 46.5. Chosen by yours truly.
46.
Shout out Dan Quinn. This is the Dan Quinn game when he decided to kick a field goal from the 1 yard line when he was down 7. Never forgive, never forget. What do you guys think about this game? This one, like, the Falcons are somehow still alive, but I don't think they're good. And the 49ers are one of those teams that I do think they're good, but they also have games where they just look terrible.
I think we're going to find out more about the 49ers than we are about the Falcons.
I agree.
Because if the 49ers handle the Falcons, then I think they're officially don't look now. This is the team that you don't want to play. If they lose, then they're still in that kind of like goodish, but physically intimidating enough to beat some good teams mode that they've been in for a while. But if they beat the Falcons, I think that they're like a legit threat to win a game in the playoffs.
I agree with that. Jake, you're under.
I also have the Big Cat Giants Cowboys under. Jake Fromm could be involved too. I saw that. I'm like, if he's playing,
Okay, so we hit every game except for a couple. We have Jets and Dolphins, Billy versus Jake. Any bets you guys want to do between each other?
After doing a bet with Ben Mintz on the Jets and the Saints, I think my record's been hurt very badly by choosing the Jets as an underdog a couple weeks. So I didn't this week. I don't think I will for the next 3 weeks. But I do have confidence that Zach Wilson could do something.
Okay.
Can we get a quote board of that? That's a ringing endorsement. Zach Wilson could do something.
Can I suggest a Mariners bet between you guys?
Last week.
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead, PFT.
What if the Jets win, that Jake's not allowed to eat salad for the next week, and if the Dolphins win, Billy can't eat meat?
Ooh,
that is cruel because it's Christmas next week.
Okay, so the week after, first week of January, when we're all back in the office.
Okay, deal.
All right, that works.
Yeah, damn.
Oh yeah, Jake's gonna get jacked up.
How about for lunch? We have to order the other person's lunch for a week.
No. Okay, yeah, that's fit. And pay for it.
Okay.
I have a quick Tua stat for you guys because I've been deep in Tua. Tua, after a defensive player talks shit about Tua after the game, in those games, Tua is 72%, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 100.23 passer rating. One of those games was the Jets earlier this year. So look for Tua to just be incredible like he always is. Also, by the numbers, if he just went first 14 starts in the NFL, Tua is technically better than Tom Brady.
Yep, that's just a fact.
I mean, these are stats. Stats don't lie.
Can't argue with numbers.
They could just be manipulated to make Tua look really, really good. Tua on shout out. All right, other games that we didn't hit. We didn't talk about the Seahawks Rams. This is one of those games that I would have been so excited for if the Seahawks had a pulse. But now maybe I guess I like the Seahawks just because of Rams letdown, right?
Yeah, I don't know if the Rams can be as good as we saw them on Monday. And the Seahawks, they still have that vibe to them where it's like Russell Wilson is liable to show up and probably what if he just keeps getting better and better and better the more healed that his finger gets? Like for the next 5 years, every week he just keeps improving because his finger becomes like the most healthy finger on the planet. That's always in the back of my head. Like maybe Russell Wilson will just activate this week and it'll be fine.
Yep, I agree with that. And then Packers Ravens. Looking at this now, the entire board, it is so depressing thinking about all the injuries and COVID. Because this is a game, Lamar Jackson might not play. Aaron Rodgers is hurt, which I hope he stays hurt. But you should be like, this is a game we should be super excited for, and it doesn't feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. This is a game where on paper at the start of the season, we're like, I can't wait for this week specifically to watch this game. But again, there's just too many. I can't keep track. Is Lamar Jackson? His ankle is keeping him out, and then Aaron Rodgers is saying that his toe got aggravated, but he played for the rest of the game. But then it got worse after the game was over, and now he can't. Sounds like he's a liar. That's what it sounds like to me.
Sounds like the Bears might have finally taken Aaron Rodgers out because his toe got aggravated against the Bears.
Big Cat, I've got a fun stat for you here. This is courtesy.
Fun.
No, it is a fun stat. You'll like it. It's courtesy of Taylor Valentine on Twitter. He says the number of pass attempts per coverage penalty enforced for NFL quarterbacks in 2021. So in other words, this stat is showing you who gets bailed out by the referees most often and who gets bailed out least often. So the number of pass attempts per coverage penalty enforced, number one quarterback in the entire league. Who do you think that might be?
Aaron Rodgers.
It's Aaron Rodgers by a long shot. Last place in the entire league. Who do you think has the NFL just absolutely fucking them over all the time, even though they're a great quarterback?
Tom Brady.
God damn it, Hank. Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen.
Okay.
Josh gets fucked more than any other quarterback in the NFL, and Aaron Rodgers gets bailed out all the time. I'm just saying, I'm not saying, but I'm saying Josh Allen deserves a little bit more credit for how he's been playing this year.
I agree with everything you're saying. It's
NFL
bullshit.
rigged.
The NFL is so rigged. Sorry, I can't watch this anymore. I just saw it live with my own eyes. Ayesha Curry. All right, let's do Fantasy Fuckboys, then we'll get to Coach Prime and Firefest of the Week.
Oh, I was muted. Yo. It's Randall Cankles.
What's up, Randy Gank?
My stardom this week is Trevor Lawrence.
Fuck that kid. He's a coach killer.
He's ready to go off. He's got the fucking handcuffs off. He's set free. He's going to let the hair flow. He's going to let the ball go. He's going to get 5 tutties.
Let's go, Trevor.
My sit-em is the Florida State Seminoles.
Sit-em.
Once a proud organization, national championship, they're down bad. They lost the number 1 recruit to Coach Prime. That's a little preview for the people.
DBU stands for Down Bad University.
I've never seen a fucking fan base cry hard on Twitter in my life.
Ever.
More like the semen holes.
And my sleeper is Airborne.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Why? The vitamin C pill?
The vitamin C pill, it tastes good. It's, that time of year, you're getting sick, everyone's getting COVID, it's cold out, you drink some Airborne, you prevent illness with Airborne. So
is that what Joe Rogan's pushing?
Just a heads up, I took
he
too
sticks
much
it up his ass.
I took too much Airborne to try to stop COVID, and then I got COVID and also a kidney stone.
I just blew a line of it.
Yeah.
All right, something to keep in mind.
What's up, you fuckheads? This is Ben DiNucci again. I'm back. JMU is about to roll the fuck over North Dakota State University. Fuck Fargo. Fargo sucks. Bad movie, bad TV show, bad football team. This week I'm starting O.J. Simpson. He's a free man. Free man off parole, free to travel interstate. Let me just say, I've always loved O.J. I love the guy, all of his work. He's a great guy. O.J. Simpson, innocent.
They should check out his son.
They should look into his son. Absolutely, they should look into his son. My sitter, I'm sitting Drake. This weekend. Study just came out showing that Drake is the worst person to listen to when you're running. When you go for a jog, it can add up to 15 minutes for each run because it decreases your running time by 6% on average. Drake, slow runs.
Damn. Drizzy?
Drake. And then my sleeper is Jack Del Rio. Love Jack Del Rio. Love all the stuff that he did down when he was in Jacksonville. You got Urban Meyer kicking his kickers. Jack Del Rio used to he left an axe in the locker room with a stump and let them get injured on their own. It's called autonomy. It's called empowering your players to do that to themselves instead of going up and kicking them. Jack Del Rio going to have a big weekend.
I love it. All right, what's up, you fuckheads? It's Angelo Antipost. My stardom is Steph Curry. He's the GOAT three-point shooter. Henry and I were there at the Mecca Tuesday night. Saw him break the record. Bless. It was sick. Hank said that he cried when Ray Allen came out.
I said I got tears in my eyes. None came out, though.
My sit-em is Cole Pennington. That's Chad Pennington's son. He just signed with Marshall. Holy fuck, we're old. Chad Pennington's got a son in college. Fuck
What the
me.
fuck?
Yeah, fuck me.
What the fuck?
And then my sleeper is friendship. Because Hank and I went and saw the GOAT, Steph Curry. That's just fucking friends, baby. We're friends for life.
It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I fucking love you, dude, even though you're a fucking asshole who bets in my face, and I hope you fucking get hit by a bus, but I love you.
I'm going to send you a Parlay Plus right now for tonight.
Okay, let's fucking go. And if it loses, then I hope you fall off a skyscraper.
What's good, boys? It's Joey Tribbiani.
What's up,
How
Joey?
you doing?
Hey, Joe Tribs.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? My stardom is jumpsuits. We got new jumpsuits in the Barstool store. It's jumpsuit January next month. Go get your jumpsuits. That's my stardom. Everyone, we're all wearing jumpsuits right now as fantasy fuckboys. We got fuckboy jumpsuits. My not sit-em is Jackson Mahomes. My not sit-em. Jackson Mahomes did not get seated at a bar. He's trying to cancel the bar. He was a total asshole. Fuck that guy. Go small businesses. Jackson Mahomes gets not sat at the bar because he's an asshole cloud chaser. Fuck Jackson Mahomes trying to get seated. My sleeper is the
Wait. What did he do? He tried to get a seat out of the bar, and they said, no, we're not going to see you. You're Jackson Mahomes. To me, that sounds like anti-TikTok discrimination.
They said
it's offensive.
They said we survived a pandemic. We can survive your ego. Kill shot.
Boom. And my sleeper is the Cake Boss. Went to his bakery the other day. Actually, very fire. Very fire.
Oh, you think?
Very
No
fire.
free ads.
Why the
Very
fuck would you
fire.
think he sucks?
I thought it was hype. I thought it was
What are you
hype. I
talking?
thought
Dude, he's the Cake Boss.
You can't arrest me.
really good.
I'm the Cake Boss.
Yeah, like Cake Boss. It's in the name.
I thought it may have gotten, like watered down now that he's a big star.
Oh,
but-
Next thing you
Come
know,
on.
you're going to be like Salt-Based restaurants actually not that good. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Billy.
Exactly.
Billy, come on. What, you don't like Guy Fieri either? He's the Cake Boss. Whoa. What was that face? You don't like Guy Fieri?
Joey Tribbiani is pro Guy Fieri.
Okay. And what about Billy Football?
Pro Guy Fieri.
Okay, good. All right. That was Fantasy Fuck Boys. Let's get to Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, our coworker, off a huge recruiting signing day. PFT, before we do that, quick word from our sponsor.
Yeah, before we talk to Coach Prime, I want to talk to you guys about our great friends over at Simply Safe. If you've ever wanted to make your home feel safer, there's no better time than now. This week, our friends at Simply Safe are giving Part of My Take listeners early access to all their holiday deals, 40% off their award-winning home security. As a matter of fact, when we partnered up with actually, you know what? I was going to credit to PFT for saying something that was going to get Deion Sanders in trouble, that was going to be a joke, but old PFT would have said it. New PFT is not. We love Simply Safe because it has everything that you need to make your home safe. Indoor and outdoor cameras, comprehensive sensors, all monitored around the clock by trained professionals who help send you help the instant that you need it. It was even named Best Home Security System of 2021 by U.S. News and World Report. You can easily customize a system for your home online in minutes, even get free custom recommendations from Simply Safe. It's the biggest discounts of the year. You can get a complete home security system starting at just over $100. There's no long-term contracts or commitments. It's a really easy way for you to start feeling a little bit more peace of mind. Best of all, you can get 40% off right now. 40% off right now. All you have to do is go to simplysafe.com/PMT. That's simplysafe.com/PMT. Get 40% off your entire system. And now here's Coach Prime.
Okay, we now welcome on our coworker, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who has shocked the world, the college football world. It is Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, straight off of signing Travis Hunter, the #1 recruit in the country. Coach, you shocked the world.
Coach, first and foremost, I'd like to say, since I'm your coworker, I'm pretty sure I won Employee of the Month.
Yes.
Okay, so I want the spot in the front, I could park, in JSU colors and all of that, and I'm going to wear to work what I want to wear to work because I deserve that.
Okay, I agree.
Yep.
I agree. So let's start from the top here. There's been a lot of rumors,
Ignorant.
things swirling around. Can you talk to us how the last 24 hours went with Travis Hunter, with recruiting him, and how what was that discussion like, and getting him to say, yeah, you know what, Jackson State's my home, I'm coming.
Well, you got to understand, man, we're just real honest, forthright, and the kid is a DB/receiver. Now, who better to talk to him about that than me? A kid that wants to go to the next level in everything he does, and we just click. We communicate. He loves fishing. I love fishing. He loves the return. He loves this. He loves that. I mean, it was just some synergy. It's almost like that kid really studied my game and really studied my life. And his mother and stepfather were unbelievable. The connectivity that we had with them, I think that's what really sealed it. When you win mama and you win the kid, shoot, that's it. It's a wrap. It's over. And the two things they really wanted to understand, will we develop this young man, which we have Dennis Thurman, the defensive coordinator, National Football League, Kevin Mathis, 10 years National Football League, and me, helping out also. So that's tremendous on the defensive side of the ball. And now then he gets a quarterback like Shador on the offensive side of the ball. That's pretty much a no-brainer. And they want to know, are we going to take care of his housing? I mean, where's he going to live? Is that going to be suitable? Cool. And how is he going to eat? We're going to feed him 3 meals a day and snacks. So that's some of the bases that parents want to know, man. And we covered all that in with a believability because we're straight honest.
I love it.
Coach, you stirred some things up yesterday.
I called my shot. Did I call my shot?
You called your shot ahead of time. You let the people know what was about to happen, and you made it happen. So obviously you had good insight. You obviously had a good relationship with this kid that you trusted him. There's a level of trust built in there. Your alma mater, FSU. There's some people at FSU that are not very happy with you right now, that are threatening actually to sue us because you took away the recruit that they thought that they had. Do you have any message to the people at FSU?
Yeah, first and foremost, there was no finances exchange from Barstools. Let's just get that straight. Barstools that didn't pay one hairy stinking cent to anybody. And I just hate that when a kid does what he wants to do and come to a historical black college, you got to say there was some faultiness and some cheating involved. Not you, PFT, but the nonsense that started from Florida State fans or whatever. That's where that started. They know darn well we first of all, we don't have money to pay like that. That's number one. And we know darn well Dave ain't doing it.
Yeah, because that's the part that when people were accusing us,
that's so stupid.
I point to two things. One is on the Pro Football Show on Tuesday, you told Dave and I you're going to shock the world. If you watch our reactions, we didn't even know it was National Signing Day the next day. And two, if we were paying for recruits, Wisconsin and Michigan would have a lot better recruiting classes. I would be taking care of that more than anything.
And I believe, but it's absurd, man, to just think just because a young African-American kid chose an African-American institution that it was some bull junk going on. That behooves me, and that really upsets me a bit. And then for me to see people, which was hilarious, guys, to see them burning my jersey that was in a glass case, that was so funny. I'm serious, man. I fell off the darn bed laughing at that one, man. That bothered me.
It was incredible. So I want to actually touch on the HBCU angle because I think that's the coolest part of this is that you've been at Jackson State for 2 years now. You've won Coach of the Year.
Not even a year.
Well, yeah, 2 seasons. Well, because you played in the spring, but Coach of the Year twice. Number one recruit. You're playing on TV on Saturday in the Mercedes-Benz Dome, which is going to be a great game. Jackson State versus South Carolina State. What is you've raised the profile of not only Jackson State but HBCUs. Have people in the community and people in the conference, have they reached out being like, hey, we hate that you're getting all these good players, but this is good for all of us?
No, they're happy. I befriended a plethora of coaches. And they're happy, they're excited because they're getting them also. It's not just us. They're getting them also now. Instead of getting the 4, they might not get the 5, but they getting the 3 stars all day long in the grad transfers from Power 5. They're getting them. So this is a good thing for not just Jackson State. It's a great thing for everybody. Everybody's benefiting right now. The article just came out. I think the city of Jackson made over $30 million
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Just in season. It's crazy.
So, Coach, I think one thing a lot of people are kind of missing in most of the media that I've seen is that they need to be giving him credit for trying to do something that takes a little bit of balls for him. Like everyone's saying, oh, why isn't he going to an established school like Florida State? He's choosing to kind of be the first. He's almost like a pioneer to be the first kid who's like a 5-star recruit to elect to go to an HBCU to try to help with that mission of raising the profile there. I feel like that's been lost. He needs a lot of credit for having the balls to be the first person to maybe start this new wave.
Well, I like that. That's well stated. And I don't think he's going to be by himself. I'm just telling you that he's not going to be alone. I promise you, he is not going to be alone. You're going to hear about that real soon. But you're exactly right, man. The kids should be applauded. But you got to understand, Florida State wasn't Florida State until 88. The class that we came in 88 changed the whole game for them. Florida State was not a middle of the road school, but a little bit better than that. 8 wins, something like that, several wins. We changed the whole scope of that with one darn class. So one class could do wonders, and that's what we did at Florida State, and that's what we're trying to do at Jackson State.
Yeah, so obviously, like you being his coach, that's a big factor in it. So you're gonna, nobody better to learn from than primetime than Coach Deion Sanders when it comes to being a ball hawk. My question is, who's going to teach him how to tackle?
Yeah, well, hopefully with the way we're playing right now, they're not even getting to the secondary. The way this defense is playing, we led the nation, not FCS, FBS. We led the nation in sacks this year.
Whoa.
Yeah. We get to that ball. Yeah, we did.
Serious.
Look it up. We led the nation.
And we should say, so there is an element that I think that you deserve a ton of credit for, and this is where Barstool does come in. You guys have your documentary coming out at the end of February. Our guy, Dana Beers, has been following you around for the entire season. Yeah. It's a great so they had a season 1 documentary. You should go watch it on YouTube if you haven't. Season 2's coming out. That part has to be a little bit of the pitch because you're doing things differently where you're saying, look, I'm going to raise the profile of you by having a constant documentary going on every single season. You guys are going to get the limelight just as much as, if you go to a different school, you might be, I don't know, you might be on the bench. You might not get talked about. You're getting talked about the second you show up.
Dan, you're 100% correct. I mean, there's cameras on me right now. There's cameras at every practice. There's cameras that follow them home to their dorms as well as their apartments to really understand them and their lifestyle and how they live, who they are. That was phenomenal. Season 1. Dana Beers is doing a great job of being Dana Beers and Dana Spielberg at the same time. He's doing a great job with a beer here and there. But he's focused. He's locked in. He's slim fat right now. He's not fat, but he's slim fat, But I love him. What he's doing for us and for these young men and women is phenomenal, what he's doing.
And has Travis Hunter had an opportunity to meet Dana Beers yet? How involved in the recruitment of Travis was Dana?
He is not. We're going to try to keep them apart for a while because you just can't just sneak him up to Dana Beers. You got to build up to that's like building up to Glenny Balls. You just can't just rush Glenny Balls. You got to build up to it.
Yes.
Build up to balls.
Yes. All right. So my last question. I know that you got to go because you're a very busy guy. You got the game tomorrow. So this is going to air on Friday. The game tomorrow at Mercedes-Benz Dome. Give us a little preview. What are we looking for when we tune in? Because I'm be watching Jackson State versus South Carolina State. You better not be punting on 4th and 1.
Well, we hadn't the SWAC hadn't beat the MEAC, I think, since 2016. So that's in the back of our minds. We traditionally start out slow. We don't want to do that. We want to start out fast. Those guys are going to run the ball. They're going to try to run the ball and play great defense, and we're going to try to just tear the back out of them. We're going to try to exploit every weakness that they have, and it's going to be tough running the ball on us because we send everybody and we play a lot of man. It's going to be a great game. The Dome is sold out. It's been sold out for weeks now, and we're happy. But I'm getting ready to go into the crib. I can't wait, to see the people because I've been out. I haven't been out. I've been so busy just to be amongst the people and feel the energy. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I know you guys have a wonderful bowl game in Arizona, but you really got to come to one HBCU game and feel the atmosphere. It's crazy. Like it's the bands, the pageantry, it's unbelievable. And Travis came to our homecoming, which was 60,000 there, and it was ridiculous.
That should be mentioned, by the way, because Jackson State having 60,000 people, like there are a lot of Power 5 programs that, one, don't have the capacity for 60,000, and two, never get 60,000 in a regular year. And I did a bad job there because people need to watch the game. Oh, yeah, it's on ABC. Ever heard of it? So everyone in the world has this. If you're not watching ABC noon on Saturday and Coach Prime off of getting the number one recruit in the country, you're not a football guy and you're not supporting us and Coach Prime.
Amen. Hey guys, you guys got to understand Barstool has done a lot for us, a lot for this program, and a lot for me personally. So I appreciate you guys immensely and keep up the good work. And just tell the people you did not pay Travis Hunter, and I'm good.
Yeah,
we did not pay Travis Hunter. That's you heard it
if
here first. I just bought him a car. It's totally different.
If you choose to, can you take care of my two sons that's on the team first, please?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure they need it, Deion.
Yeah. But Coach Prime, thanks. This is so awesome, man. You shocked the world, and I know it sounds weird to say that I'm proud of you because you're the greatest of all time at your position and a Hall of Famer, but I am proud, and I'm proud of Jackson State. So this is going to be awesome to watch.
Appreciate it. Proud to be your teammate, man. God bless.
All right.
Thanks, man.
See you, Deion. Thanks, Dana. Oh, little post interview with Dana Beers here, exclusive on Pardon My Take. He has been on Pardon My Take before. Remember that time you talked about the little book that you kept where you jerked off into it or something?
All right. I've been on Pardon My Take twice, so this is my third one. But the first time, about the time I jerked off accidentally when I was on a lawnmower. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, no, I don't remember that, but tell that story.
That's a different time.
No, the first time I came was from a lawnmower. I was just vibrations. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I've been doing so well about not being a weirdo for the last 4 months. The second I get on the airwaves, I'm fucked.
That's fine, though. That's a football guy, though. Like, that's a dude that just loves grass, Dana.
Yeah.
Well,
Dana, from your perspective, give it to us. Like, the documentary's come out in February. How crazy has it been the last week with this Travis Hunter stuff and how well Jackson State's been playing?
All right, serious, Dana, for a second. So I've been here probably, I think, 10 months of the year, and I had no idea about HBCUs. I had no idea about that culture, and I have so much, understanding of it now and so much knowledge of it that it's like if you aren't paying attention to this world and this culture, you're missing out. So every day is different. I had no idea. On Wednesday, I thought it was going to be an easy day of just we're going to show up to Atlanta, check out the facility, and just relax a little bit. And then we get the news. So it's you kind of just have to prepare with Coach Prime where you don't know what's going to happen next. So we got a little bit of an inkling hey, something big is happening tomorrow. So we got our cameras ready. We got our audio guys ready. We got everything ready. So it's always just staying prepared. And you never know what's going to happen. Wow, I just sounded fucking smart, boys. Holy shit!
Until the very end. Yeah, no, you just kind of ruined it at the last second. You sabotaged.
Well, and also your comment was HBCU. It's crazy down here. You just never know when you got to have your camera ready.
Yeah, if you boil it down, that's what I said.
So do you feel any additional pressure knowing that you're going to have to produce a really good documentary because all eyes are on you? You can't fuck this up, Dana.
Not really pressure, more just I believe in myself to do it because I've done it already. If it was I'm going in fresh, season 1, where all these big stories are popping up, I would have been a little pressure, but we already did this. So it's we know what we're doing. It's clockwork at this point. And it's just exciting the more these big stories happen because it just makes more people want to watch. So no pressure.
A little pro tip for you as a cameraman right now. You got to work on your angles a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Go up higher. Don't
actually. Big Cat taught me that 4 years ago.
Yeah,
he taught me that 4 years ago. I never listened.
Yeah,
you don't want to go low. That's the what she sees versus what you see meme in real life.
Yeah,
it's not pretty.
It is what it is.
Dana, last question. So we couldn't ask Coach Prime this, but Jackson State minus 10.5. Thoughts?
I'm not getting myself in trouble.
What?
I'm not saying
what. Just tell us.
I'll say something stupid. So
I'm asking for your opinion. How good they are.
You're gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna get fired. So I'm shutting my mouth. I have no comment on the situation for the line.
Do they look really good, or do they look?
They're 11-1. They're sweeping. They swept through the SWAC. They're fucking unstoppable. So They look good. That's all I'll say.
And do they usually beat teams by like 2 touchdowns or just 1 touchdown?
2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Might be my game of the year.
I don't want that. I do not want that pressure. No.
BK, you can do your HBCU game of the year.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that's it. Officially, my HBCU game of the year: Jackson State minus 10.5 Saturday afternoon.
All right, I'm gonna get a lot of tweets probably if that doesn't cover, but I'll take it.
All right, okay. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate it.
All right, see you guys. Thank you.
All right.
See you, Dana. Coach Prime is brought to you by our great friends over at Sling TV. Go to sling.com/barstool to sign up now. You can get your first month starting at just $10. If you're like us, you love watching live sports, you might be tired of the high prices. It's time to take control of your TV experience. It's time you got Sling. A lot of people are worried about cutting that cord. They want to make sure that they get all the live sports like ESPN, FS1, TNT, and more. You can get all that together for less. And it's the cheapest way for you to get the best NFL viewing experience on TV, the NFL Red Zone channel. You can get all that on Sling TV. Don't be worried about cutting the cord because you're afraid you won't be able to watch live sports. You get live sports on Sling. You get the Sling Blue and Sports Extra package, so you get Red Zone, NFL Network, and more for only $21 your first month. Plus, you can watch past episodes of Part of My Take, The Yak, Stool Streams, and exclusive new Barstool content for free on the Barstool Sports channel on Sling. It's easy to set up, easy to use. There's no contracts. Starting at just $35 a month. Sign up now. Get your first month for just $10. Whatever you're into, Sling is where you can find the live sports that you love all in one place. Go to sling.com/barstool. Sign up now. Get your first month starting at just $10. All right, before we get to Firefest, big announcement. Very excited. Something Hank and I have been working on together for the last, 3 weeks, putting an audio book together. So I wrote that book, Goodell versus Obama, The Battle for the Future of the NFL. Shout out to everybody that bought it. It sold out, I think, in 2 minutes when we put it out on Black Friday. So very, very happy for everybody that bought it. Hope you guys like it. That meant a lot to me. I'm glad that you seem to enjoy it so far. But this is kind of a bonus thing that we've got, and maybe even cooler than the book itself. We put together an audio book of it. So we have people at Barstool that are doing all the different voices for the characters in the book. We've got Nick as Barack Obama. We've got Brandon Walker as Joe Biden. We got Kate as Roger Goodell. Big Cat plays JJ Watt. Jake plays Richie Incognito, does an awesome job. Billy plays Pete Carroll. There's a lot of people out there from Barstool that are working on this book that put their voices to it. Frank Fleming playing Jim Irsay, which is an all-timer. And best of all, it's available on Audible right now. You can check it out on Audible. Search for Goodell versus Obama. They track the sales on Audible for the New York Times bestseller list. So I tried to make everybody that was a voice of this book a co-author for it, so that if it reaches the New York Times bestseller list, Frank the Tank is going to be a New York Times bestselling author. Jake is going to be a New York Times bestselling author. I think it sounds very funny. Hank put it together. Shout out, Hank. What are your thoughts? You probably heard it more than I have.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's kind of like the song. It's taken a little while to get it to be available to listen to, but I'm excited for people to listen.
Okay, Firefest of the week. By the way, we will have next week's a little weird. We will have a show on Monday and Wednesday. We're going to be on Zoom until COVID. We all get the clear, but we will be there Monday, Wednesday. We will not have a show on Friday because it is Christmas Eve, and then we'll be back the following Monday. So 2 shows next week. Get ready, 2 shows next week. Firefest of the week. Hank, why don't you lead us off?
No best of this year either. Kind of a weird year with the schedule, but that's just how it worked out.
Yep.
We didn't have any good things on the show this year, so we couldn't do a best of.
I still think we should do a worst of. I think it would be great. I think people would love that. Yeah. Maybe we'll add that to Wednesday's show. Just a quick worst of. I'll think of it.
Yeah. Wait. What would go in that? What's our worst?
Well, there's one name that we can't say. We're not allowed to say. Well, we can say, but he has us blocked on Twitter, and we also don't want a big oil catastrophe anytime soon.
There's another name that came in, and we didn't even air the interview.
Like 2 years ago?
Oh, no. Yeah. No, that was like a week ago.
A person who was on his phone the entire interview.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't do that.
No, we can air the debate that we that we had about whether or not you could dunk a free throw.
Yeah, that was definitely in the worst of.
Mhm.
All right. Maybe that
I
will
still
be
think
it.
you can.
I think that was multiple years ago as well. My Firefest is that I'm such a negative person that I've been trying to, be positive on Twitter. I wake up every day and just and shoot off a positive tweet and just, try and tweet positive things throughout the day. And I've had like more than three people at work come up to me and be like, "What's going on?"
Are you okay?
And I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm just being positive." And they're like, "What's the joke there?" I'm like, "No, I'm just a positive person." So I have had to do some reflecting. I realize maybe I am a little bit too negative, too much. So I think I'm a positive guy, but I guess
no. So when you're
remember-
saying when you say positive things, people are like, "Oh, this is a bit."
Yeah, like people are like, why are you tweeting this?" I'm like,
but wait,
it's a great day to have a day. Is it not?
Isn't it a bit?
No, I'm just
But it
proving how
is.
positive I am.
No, it is a bit.
It's
It
not
is a bit.
It is.
Now you've double bit yourself.
All
Yeah.
I've done is said to you guys, like, I'm a positive person and I'm going to show people how positive I am. And I'm trying to do that.
No,
I'm doing
you
a
started
bit.
doing a bit, but then you got upset because people so obviously knew that it was a bit because it's so different from your normal personality.
No.
Now you're mad that people don't think that your bit is not a bit. You've bit off more than you can chew.
Uh-huh.
I'm just
Hank,
trying
remember
to.
when I got you that book, The Power of Positive Thinking?
You got it from me, or you like sent me a link to it?
I think I may have just sent you the ebook.
So
This
no, I
is-
don't remember that.
It is hard when this happens, Hank. This happens to me with our coworker Brendan Walker. I'll give him a compliment. He'll be like, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, no, can I just give you a compliment? So yeah, you have to do a little self-reflection that everyone thinks you just being positive once means that you're doing a bit, which you are.
No, I'm going to be so fucking positive for the rest of my life. So
There's a bit. Yeah, this is your life is a
No.
bit now.
the bit is not stopping.
Your life is the
It's
bit.
not a bit. If being positive, yeah, the bit is I'm a positive person in my whole life all the time.
I think Hank experienced so much positivity when he's watching his Patriots and his Tom Brady's play football that anytime that he's not actively watching those, he's disgusted by the lack of excellence elsewhere in the universe.
No, I mean, you guys are the most excellent, friends I could have.
Thanks, Hank.
Love it. Yeah, not a bit.
No, it's not.
Right, it's not.
I know.
You said it with so much enthusiasm. It's not a bit.
You're telling me like that's a fact. I'm well aware. Fact or fiction? Fact.
Say something positive about Billy. This will be the test.
I love Billy.
That's the ultimate like true serum. Can Hank say something positive about Billy?
I was gonna send Billy a snarky text message about not being on the Zoom earlier, and I didn't because I like him so much.
Oh, that doesn't count as being positive, just being not negative.
I think it does.
I think it's very funny that Billy is to the point where he's like sending Hank self-improvement books. That's really a slap in the face when Billy Football is like, hey, here's something that might help you get your life together.
All right. Well, we welcome positive Hank. We'll see how it goes.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
You sounded so pained to admit that. All right, PFT.
Well, I've got COVID, so that's kind of a built-in Firefest, which we also discussed. But honestly, I'm kicking its ass right now. I've got my Hofbrauhaus boot, so I'm filling this up with water, and then I'm yugging water out of this all the time, just try to flush this out of my system. But I guess the other Firefest of the week is that I got an ocular migraine the other day, and it sounds like way worse than it is. Basically, it's just my vision felt like it was on drugs for about 30 minutes, where the outside of my right eye was just wavy. It was just like wavy, and it was almost like I was hallucinating for a little bit. I looked it up, and it was like, yeah, this is what's known as an ocular migraine. It doesn't cause any pain whatsoever. It just makes me feel cool for a while. So I'm hoping that I get another one soon, I guess.
We're just not in great shape.
That's debatable. Like spiritually.
Positive Hank, yes. He has
Billy,
hand raised.
Billy is in fantastic shape. He's in great shape.
No,
He's
Billy
strong.
would even admit
dude.
Billy does not have the mass he'd like to have right now.
No,
Yeah,
he's
dude,
being negative. I'm being positive for him. Billy's strong as an ox.
I'm still strong, but
Yeah.
I'm out of shape. January 1st, I'm kicking into gear.
Let's go.
Yeah,
This is gonna
there
be
we
our
go.
year. 2022. We're gonna be in perfect health.
I'm gonna get a 6-pack this year.
You know what? I think you are.
Me too.
Let's go, Hank.
You think he is, or you're gonna get one too, Hank?
Both.
We're both doing it. Me and Hank, workout buddies.
For the record, I got one when Hank said he was going to get one, and then I stopped.
You just didn't show us.
I didn't want to be a hoe.
Yeah.
You didn't want to be a hoe?
No.
All right, Hank, we're getting 6-packs for sure.
I also had one too. I just don't want to show you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I can't join you in 6-packs. I'd probably have to lose about 60 pounds. I'm hoping by the next football season, start of the next football season, I would like to be 215 pounds.
That sounds good. I hope
it's a lot of
my
weight.
Goal. I like that. I think you can do it. It's far enough in the future that you could have said literally any number.
Yep.
And it would be, you can also tell it's a good goal when your goal ends with a question mark.
Well, and so I say 215. I actually think if I were to get a 6-pack, I would have to be 190 pounds. So I'd still be 25 pounds away from a 6-pack, but also 25 pounds away from my current weight.
So, Billy, do you know the math on that? Like, how light do Hank and I have to get in order to get 6-packs?
Well, unfortunately, you may never be able to get a 6-pack.
All right, fuck you, Billy. You're too negative.
No, I'm just saying it's not genetics. It's just like you may have too much extra skin.
What if COVID melts away some of this extra skin I got?
It could.
Yeah, when I had COVID, not to brag, but I beat COVID. I was like, oh, this is going to be great because I can't taste anything. I'm going to lose so much weight. Turns out it's the opposite because the minute you can taste everything again, you just eat so much.
Yeah, I still got my sense of taste. So hopefully that doesn't go away. I'm sure I'll be fine. Just a little ache, little sore throat. Shout out Nancy Reagan.
Quickly, though, if you do die, what do you want us to do?
All right. If I die, I don't really have anything to give you guys. I guess who wants my guitars? That's really all that I have to give away.
Hank wants to learn guitar.
Hank,
I do.
You get all my guitars. Billy, Jake, you get my Jinkos. I think you look sick in those.
Yep.
And then Billy,
Can I cut off your hair?
No. I knew you were going to ask for something ridiculous. Absolutely
I
not.
just want to shave off all your hair and put it for an exhibit.
What the fuck?
That's an NFT. He wants to make money off your hair. 100% wants to make money off your hair.
And your glasses.
I want the glasses. Can I get your glasses collection?
Yeah, you can get my glasses collection.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And Billy can just go fuck himself.
Yeah, Billy, you're not taking in my body. That's what Billy wants to harvest my
organs?
body.
Can I have your organs?
He wants to do science on it.
I want to harvest your organs.
He wants to eat my liver like Liver King. What's up, Primal's PFT's liver? Good luck. That's probably toxic by now, Billy. It's going to kill you.
All right. My Firefest is I'm addicted to Twitter Spaces. So we could put I've been in a bunch. I didn't realize that thing that you can click on at the top of Twitter, that was Twitter Spaces. Apparently it's been around for a long time. It was something that when the Fire Mike Norvell Twitter Space popped up on Wednesday after Travis Hunter committed to Jackson State. I hopped in there, got kicked out a bunch. Now I'm just it's message boards come to life. I've joined an F1 Twitter Space where they were protesting for Lewis Hamilton. I joined a Truth About Vaccines Twitter Space. They're electric. It is my addiction. I unfortunately don't know when I'm going to kick this addiction, but from here and probably for the next 3 weeks, I will just be spending most of my free time in Twitter Spaces asking ridiculous questions. You could Liam's going to put in a couple of my Twitter Spaces the last couple of days. But yeah, this is going to be a bad addiction. I can already feel like this is one where I'm going to ignore my kids. They're going to be running around with scissors. And I'm like, wait, sorry. I'm in this Twitter space about milk products and how they might be poisoning us, asking ridiculous questions.
I've seen the Twitter space thing pop up before. It's always it's intimidating.
Yeah.
I clicked on one last night. I didn't know where I was. It's a weird part of the internet.
It is. And so I will kick this addiction, but I will ride it out as well. It's similar to my Periscope hopping during the pandemic. I have a feeling that this one's going to I'm going to have to ride this out. It's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks that I just hop into random Twitter spaces anytime I have a free second. All right, Billy.
So this is kind of has to do with our, road to the Super Bowl type thing. I'm really regretting fucking around with my picks for the first half of the season.
What do you mean fucking around?
What?
You had a strategy. It
Billy,
was extremely
I was
well thought out.
the Jets. I really should have taken. I never thought I would actually be in last place. But now that I'm here, I really have to turn up these next 4 weeks. I've already started to sort of plan the route I want to take to the Super Bowl. So, couple key stops being the I-90 truck stop in Iowa, the largest truck stop in the world. That's definitely a spot I want to stop. But just sort of playing it out, accepting reality that I'm probably gonna have to make that drive, but also trying to climb out of there. But I'm sort of accepting my fate.
God bless you, Billy, because you thinking I just messed around too much on these picks as if you had the right answers and you weren't using them.
Well, for example, picking the Jets 9 times as my underdog, I was like, oh, that's funny. Maybe they'll win one of these. They can't actually lose every single one I pick.
Billy's Firefest of the week is so I fucked around and I found out.
Yeah, pretty much. What are the Jets against the spread on the season?
Bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to look right now.
How many
So
wins
Billy took them 7 times. He's 1-6 as the underdog.
And they're 3-10 overall against the spread.
Yes.
Wow.
So it was kind of bit.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So now actually I agree
didn't
with
work out too well. It's also very funny though that Billy had this big strategy that he had where he would put serious work into trying to go exactly 500 every week and rearrange his picks to try to engineer that outcome. But also 1 out of every 4 picks every week, he was just throwing away on the Jets.
Yes. All right, Jake, wrap us up.
Yeah, so obviously besides the whole COVID situation, there's college basketball games getting canceled too, which stinks. I've been tagged multiple times on Twitter because the Mets signed a player with 43 letters and people are asking me to pronounce it, and I have no clue. I can't find any guide whatsoever. I can give it a shot, though.
Yeah, go for it.
Mirio JC Rachin Kander Regine Tadeo Benita.
All right. What does he play?
Have you guys seen it?
No.
That's minor league signing.
Damn.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Pray for Howie Rose.
I instantly thought about Jake when I saw it. Actually, it was that name. And then last week in the Army-Navy game with Diego Fagot.
Yeah.
Right?
Good job. Asked me to confirm that one.
Yep.
Yeah. It would be very funny if he became a major in the military though.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw his name written.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it'd be funny.
That's a major boy named Sue complex.
Well, he's in the Army, so he's probably a tough motherfucker. Yeah.
Navy.
Okay. That's our show. We'll see everyone Monday. We'll be on Zoom, unfortunately, but we're going to make do. We're going to power through. People will talk about this. This is almost like a mini grit week. People will talk about the time we persevered and overcame COVID again. So see everyone Monday.
Love you guys.
Numbers. Shit.
Hamsters regularly cannibalize their young. 68.
44.
19.
81. 70 is not in play. Andrew, guess one real quick. 11, Andrew guessed. 1.
Number 1?
Number 1.
Damn.
4 times for number 1.
4 times. Damn. All right. See everyone Monday.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shying away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Shying away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. sentence, but I'm stolen away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say up to me, oh, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Say up to me, oh, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. All things that you say is in life, just to play my worries away. You are the things I've got to remember. You shine away. I'll be coming for you anyway. You shine away. I'll be coming for you anyway. Take on me. Take